is Jamie, and I'm a self-taught psychic medium, pet intuitive, and intuitive coach. And my purpose in this podcast is to help you feel more connected, at peace, living a life that has you feeling fulfilled in all directions, and to uplift you and bring whatever relevant information that I can, because doing psychic readings on the daily, I encounter a lot of stuff and we're all going through similar situations. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode. My name is Jamie, and I'm a professional psychic medium. And I think that it's important for me to share and talk about how I got here, not as a psychic medium, but as a real person pursuing a spiritual business full time, and maybe leaving your day job and why you should. So I coach and inspire a heck of a lot of people how to kind of make the shift and do what you want to be doing in your life, especially if that's kind of what I did in 2020. I left my day job of 8 years and it was really hard. It feels that it's so long ago, and I've pushed a lot of the scary stuff away, the situations, the conversations that were kind of said and what I went through, unless I have a screenshot of it on my phone. But I was doing some digging, and the first thing that I want to say that a lot of people have fears or they push it off is until I, have a good set amount of money consistently that I'm bringing in, then I'm going to feel comfortable to pursue my spiritual business or start a new business or do something. And it's understandable because we want to feel stability, because we want to be so sure of something before making a really big decision. And I usually say, because I understand how uncomfortable it is, that you can juggle both. And in the meantime, you're juggling both. Try to put your intention and excitement into your spiritual business or whatever you have that you're wanting to start. But I averaged $422 every single week, like the day I had finally left my day job. And that's less than I made in my day job. Some weeks I made $74. Some weeks I made $300. Some weeks I made $800. On paper, you might think that wasn't a smart decision of I wasn't ready to kickstart it off or leave, but I really believed in myself and that I could do this and that it was possible, and I fucking made it happen. So that's going to be my first little bite-sized thing for you to think about. Not the how does this look right now, but the what if. What if you had more time, more hours, more energy to be pursuing your passion, your business, your whatever you want to do? Then the numbers, how much effort you put into stuff, how much fulfillment or currency you're going to be getting back can be unlimited. What if you tripled, doubled, quadrupled your income, or whatever you're kind of looking for if money doesn't really matter to you? So how did I leave my day job? Really, I knew that feeling unhappy and unfulfilled, even though it's kind of the norm, that it wasn't okay. And I knew that being afraid wasn't going to last. And when I was told by my coaches and spiritual people at the time that it would be fine, that it wouldn't be as bad as I thought, it kind of was, but I faced everything head on. I gave my day job, I think 2-3 months heads up notice so that I could train and replace myself. And it was 2-3 months of slamming drawers and side comments and putting fear and disbelief into my brain from them. On my very last day, my boss didn't even say goodbye to me. And then a few weeks later, demanded that I came back because I needed to fix something, because I did something wrong, because what the fuck ever. And thankfully, my response was, I literally can't, because I'm booked either 2 weeks or 2 months with readings, with helping people, with pursuing my dream. And I don't regret any of that. Even on my worst days now, I would not ever even dream going back to an office job or a corporate job or whatever kind of job, which is actually funny because all through my life, well, since I've been 18, I was a waitress, and I've always had dreams where I was waitressing at the same restaurant and I was doing everything wrong, getting overwhelmed. People were walking out because it's trauma that I went through. And I would wake up like, okay, I'm not a waitress anymore. I don't have to worry about it. That was fine. That was bizarre. That was weird. But when I dream of being at my office job, before I even have time to wake up, I do it all over again. I put in my time. I tell them that I can't work here and that I'm not working here. And it really goes to show that I would do it all over again. I would do it every day if it meant me getting where I am now. So if you're going through something similar, it's so worth it. And you can really, really do it. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be there working that job. I didn't know that that wasn't meant for me. It was really something that I decided maybe 6 months in advance. When I decided that 6 months in advance, though, that's when I decided that I was going to leave in 6 months. When I got this crazy idea in my head that I wanted to pursue psychic readings and doing everything like that, that's when I said, all right, my birthday is in May. So that's when I'm leaving. And I did it, middle of Corona. I took a huge risk and it was just so unsure of if it was going to be successful, what the hell I was going to do if not. And it didn't really help that I had a lot of other people's fears and worries, energy like that all around me as well. But as soon as I made that decision, I'm still so happy and so sure that this is what I should be doing. This is what I want to be doing. And this is what I am going to be doing. If this is a big, scary step for you, think of your fears are your stairs. Your fears are the things that are keeping you constricted, telling you that you can only go this far. And when you face one fear kind of off your list or something that makes you uncomfortable, that's when you're making a change, spreading your wings, doing something different, giving yourself room to grow. So some common fears that I hear are people, they're not sure if they can actually do it. And what I hear from spirit guides, the repeated kind of example is if you are passionate about a pencil business, that would be successful. You can do it. You can do anything. I don't want to say only if you're passionate, but if you're following your heart and your inspiration and your drive, that's really going to lead you. That's going to help you light fires, think of new ideas, hammer through the hard times, and not only inspire other people and yourself, but prove that you can do it. And me, selfishly, I'm sure that I can speak for a lot of people that we want the world to be more like this, more spiritual practices, more love, more unconventional, holistic ways of doing things, bringing more joy, bringing more healing, bringing more power back to everybody. And definitely just letting people know that they have the freedom that they can do that for themselves as well. I inspire people not because I'm so nice or so whatever or so connected, but because I help you see something within you that you can follow your dreams as well. You have what it takes. Deep down, you know it. Your spirit guides sure as hell know it. Your higher self, your future self, they're ready. I think that we're all meant for beautiful things. And if you have this deep want within you to create something, to start something, to do something, to pursue something, then it's only a matter of time for you to find the courage, the reasons, and the answers that you're going to do it. Another fear is what people might think of you. And something that I'm still learning is you're not going to have all of the unconditional kind of acceptance from everyone. But that doesn't mean that you should hold back. And honestly, what people think of you is they wish that they could do what you do. Be as brave as you are. Have a relaxed schedule. Help and uplift other people. Follow your dreams. Create your reality. Break out of the matrix or the mind shift. Whether they tell you or not, they subconsciously are angry, jealous, because they're feeling stuck in their own kind of job, world, reality, that it's not possible for them. The backlash that you could be getting or that you might be getting or some people get of, oh, that's cute, or what does that mean? Or how are you doing that? Are you sure? Blah, 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 are other people's own insecurities. They don't see how they can live for themselves, so why should you be able to? And honestly, in the beginning of my journey, I hid my posts from everybody. I had 32 people on Facebook that I would hide stuff, spiritual stuff, psychic stuff, business stuff. And then I narrowed that down to 26, and then I narrowed that down to 15, then I narrowed that down to 2. And then I said, fuck it. because all that matters is making yourself happy. And the more that you make yourself happy, you make others happy. You change their lives, you lift them up. As soon as you start into your spiritual business or whatever, there's an unlimited amount of people that you can change their life. Not just help, not just make them feel better, literally change their life. Put a halt on their unfulfilled path, traumas, blocks, things that maybe they would have figured out in 10 years or through hitting their rock bottom, or maybe if not at all. That reminds me of, I was looking through my pictures, my notes, like I said, and something that I saw in one of my little journaling screenshots was, this actually isn't about me. It's not about my fulfillment or my ego or my abundance or really my happiness of what I would be getting from my psychic business, helping other people. It's about the other people. Don't be so selfish. Leave your job, start your thing, do your thing. Your light needs to be shared. There's a lot of people that are looking for you, are needing you, are wanting someone like you to pop up on their radar, be in their lives. Some more tangible tools that I had used and still do use is journaling. In my storage unit, I have a whole box of just journals and notes and stuff. And on my desk, I have 4 different notebooks right now. I just acquired another one over the weekend. Journaling, writing down your fears and your excitements and your compliments and your missions and ideas can really help propel you and keep things into perspective. Meditation is great, but I don't meditate every day. I haven't really had a daily meditation practice since I started my business. And I think that that's okay. I do other things like channel aliens, talk to spiritual peeps to make up for that, I feel. And I know that if I do need some meditation or something, that I make a conscious effort to kind of like sneak that in my day. I think it's also great to, if you're able to connect to your guides, they have the best ideas. They have the best kind of energy that's suited exactly to you, what you need to hear and how you need to hear it. One way you can do that is, of course, obviously tuning in, tapping in, taking time aside to connect, to try to feel, all right, who's around me? What's my guide look like? What do they feel like? What do I feel like when I hypothetically connect to some spirit guide that I hypothetically have that's in the air somewhere around me? After you keep kind of trying and trying and trying, you'll tap into something, believe me. It's going to feel loving. It's going to feel happy. It's going to feel a little bit like home. Connecting to other people who are at a level that's maybe more aspiring, maybe more uplifting, maybe more determined than you are. I've always found that these past few years, it's a little bit hard or frustrating or a challenge to find people that have as big as dreams as I do, as big as goals that I have for myself, as big as kind of visions. And it's no hard feelings. I mean, 2 years ago, did I think that I was going to have a psychic business? No. Do you want to know what I thought I was going to have 2 years ago? 2 years from now, I thought I was going to be on a cruise ship doing what Abraham Hicks does. I still think that I'm going to be there, but I've toned down my crazy, my fire, my head in the clouds in a good way. I've toned that down a little bit to understand maybe 5 years from now, maybe 6 or 7, but I've got big dreams and I'm going places, and so are you. You just need to fine tune your belief in yourself to get you at that level. And it takes a little bit of work because we are adjusted and comfortable with clock in, clock out. Just sit in front of a computer. That's normal. Everyone does that. Nobody likes their jobs. That's why it's called work. But surround yourself with spiritual people or go on 3 retreats like I did 2 years ago. You'll probably have no problem changing your beliefs a little bit. Paying attention to your dreams, not so much in the dream journal, but before you get out of bed, what did I dream about? What does that mean? What does that make me feel? For my waitressing example or for my office job example, I think that those are really significant. I think that those are dreams that I have reoccurring a lot. And I need to check myself of when I'm having a hard or a down or a tough day. Am I going to do something about it? Something crazy? Backtrack? Work for someone else? I'm going to suck it up and get my butt back to work. Another really good thing to have and do is go with the flow, go with the change. Maybe you know where you want to be or where you're going to be a month, 2 months from now. But when you're in that flow state of maybe this, maybe that, maybe I could do this, maybe I could try that. I keep seeing all these synchronicities and these signs. I wonder if that means something. It probably does. Jump on that energy, ride that current. It's really, really a great way to get you where you need to go, where your guides want you to go, where it'd be your best interest. Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stagnant. Don't feel like you're stuck. And a quote from my dad, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. I told one of my clients today that you're so irreplaceable. But when it comes to your work, you're replaceable. No matter what, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be worth it. You're meant for great, beautiful things. You're meant to be happy, especially if you're listening to this psychic medium podcast. And especially if you're in 2020. If you're here in 2020, I don't think that you came to Earth just to enjoy the view. Maybe, but most likely you're here to fuck shit up. And by that, I mean shake things up. I mean find meaning to life and show others a meaning for life. Live your life. Do what you want to do. Work for who you want to work for. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm sure I will be having one of those in the future. Right now, in the future, I have a live event in Jacksonville, Florida at Hannah Park. I'm doing in person kind of my annual Halloween readings. Those are free. There's information on all of my social medias on how to get there. If you want to RSVP or find more information, you can just message me or email me. All of my social medias are Jamie.D.Intuitive. I am doing my next group coaching class starting November 6th to be exact. This is really great and beautiful. If you are wanting to do something like this, if you're wanting to hone into your psychic mediumship or pet intuitive abilities, or just your intuition really, and you're starting from scratch, or you're not really at the point where you got it good, you believe in yourself. I enjoy these group classes because in the circle of other people where we're just doing this for, fun, and wow, I bet this person on the computer screen is so much more psychic and intuitive and better than me. After these 4 weeks of learning from me how to tap into things, you surprise yourself. Everyone surprises themselves. Everyone is in a completely different mindset, headspace than they were from before they took my class. And so I would love to have you. There's more information about that on my website and how to join. I'm open with payment plans. It's $400 for the 4 weeks, which I think is still very much a steal, but I'm open to payment plans if that's a little bit too steep for you, where we can work something out, breaking that up bi-weekly or per week. And also, if you want to do private coaching with me, my prices are $600 for 4 sessions over Zoom video for an hour, where everything's super, super personalized. I connect to you, I connect to your guides, and I use my intuition to see the best kind of plan for you to get to where you want to go and how to conquer and eliminate the blocks and fears that you have, whether that's anything, whether that's being psychic, medium, starting your own business, more connected, meaning in your life. I really put my all into private coaching because I want this life for everyone. And if your story is similar to mine, or you want it to be similar to mine, I can absolutely help you. That's my ideal person. And I also just do psychic readings over the phone or over Zoom, connecting to your spirit guides and past loved ones and your animals, or animals in spirit and everything else, medical intuitive stuff or medical stuff for your pets. So reach out. My website's just JamieD.Intuitive.com. And I thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a good rest of your day or afternoon or night.